Hello and welcome to the Trampled Bat election special. It's 2 days before the 2019.
I've just realised the problem I've given you is this is now going to add to the number confusion.
Oh, this has no number.
Well, I don't know.
It's 138, mate.
Yeah, 147, is it no?
Okay.
That might be a snooker maximum. I'm not sure.
Fine. This is 138.
Look at you having to change fucking notes all over the place.
I quite like the election special. Actually, it shouldn't have a number. You're right.
I've already scribbled out the numbers, so
okay.
Election special. Special election.
It's a very special election.
Does this mean we don't need to talk about it in the podcast?
yes.
Ideal. I'm fucking. Do you know what? I'm totally demoralised.
So we need
fucking Boris Johnson's going to get in. It's a fucking horrible situation. I do not trust any of you to vote the right way, even if you vote the right way. Like, see, even if you vote in the right place, not to fucking put Johnson in. You need to go, how the fuck did he still get in?
The biggest poll that's been done in the last few weeks.
Right, sorry, Gary.
Yeah, the biggest poll that's been done by YouGov in the last few weeks has...
Owned by two fucking Tories.
The Conservatives on 359 seats, which would give them a plus 42 and a overwhelming majority.
See that biggest poll?
Mm-hmm.
How few people were still asked?
I think it was 150,000.
What is that as a percentage of the UK?
The UK is like 70 million.
What is that, like less than a half?
Less
or is
than
that just
100.
over a half?
0.5%.
Oh, I mean, it's way off that. It's like
you're going to need to do 60 million divided by...
Let's do live maths.
Or is it a percentage of the eligible people to vote?
That's a good point.
But they never really clarify that either.
No, they don't.
No, they just always...
No, but they're not cutting about primary schools going, hello, 9-year-old.
If
well,
they are, they shouldn't be.
Right.
It's 0.0025.
So it's no representation of the...
0.02%.
This is just the same thing that I hear over and over again. Is see the people that answer these things are not a reflection of anyone.
they're just, see the people that answer these things, they should be discounted because they're happy to get the phone call.
Do you answer your landline?
I don't have one.
Do you know, you have to have a line though, right, to have internet?
It's not plugged into a phone.
Right, aye.
I plugged a phone into mine. That's a really good idea. I didn't think of that.
I reckon there's 2 or 3 people I'm happy to take a call for. See, every other telephone call is a fucking hassle. A fucking hassle.
But I phone you all the time.
I said 2 or 3 people.
So how many seats?
A 42-seat majority.
To who?
To the Conservatives.
Right. How many are Scotland getting?
59, is it?
No, how many are they expecting anyone to vote
how many
Tory?
Conservative seats?
Yes.
11, so they lose 3.
There's fucking
11 in Scotland.
11 in Scotland.
There's already 14.
There's 14 now.
Fuck off. Is that how bad that was last time?
Uh-huh. Because of the way the first past the post system works and the efficiency of the vote Ruth Davidson for the Ruth Davidson party to stop the SNP. If you remember, if you cast your mind back.
How are Scottish people still voting Tory?
Chris and I were talking about this before you arrived.
Because they see themselves aligned as the people.
But they're not though.
They aren't the people, but they align with the people.
See if you can follow logic at any point, right? At any point, I'm just gonna go on my football brain just for 2 seconds, right? Then we won't veer back to it.
No, we're not talking about football this week, no.
No, I mean that's hammed. Tory government, tax bill, club going bankrupt.
Yeah.
So the Tories literally killed the club, but yet they're the ones that we side with.
Well, the thing is, though,
actually fucked by Her Majesty.
The towns with the large percentages of Rangers fans don't have any percentage of Conservative votes apart from Ayrshire.
Right, okay.
But it's farm Ayrshire rather than town Ayrshire.
Okay.
It's farmers.
Because see, what I said was meant in complete jest, but also at the same point, people will not vote Labour because Jerry Corbyn's links to the IRA.
Yeah.
So I'm using both ridiculous narratives.
I don't even think Jeremy Corbyn was in the IRA.
Nah, mate, he was.
It's just because he had a beard. Like, everybody's got a beard now.
See if he wasn't, it would have come out at some point.
Aye.
Some journalist would have said, "Oh, actually,"
or they would have highlighted that whole sort of forcing them into the peace process.
Yeah,
I hate to think what they would say about Mo Mowlam.
Seeing the 10, 15 years prior to Good Friday, and then the 10, 15 years
it was just Easter.
post.
It was just Easter.
Just Easter.
then they mixed.
What's the drop off in deaths? Astronomical.
sorry, say that again.
What,
The 10,
murder
15
deaths?
years, pre Good Friday Agreement, 10, 15 years post Good Friday Agreement.
Oh, there still is paramilitary.
Oh no, there is.
deaths
There's
on
definitely
both
still
sides,
deaths,
aye.
but surely the cut of what was the result of
Is the
it.
question
they
you're
just-
asking how many people died in the
Since-
Troubles?
I'm sarcastically saying what the Good Friday Agreement did and all the politicians involved, rightly or wrongly, whatever side you want to be on, was a good thing.
Yeah.
I think
And also there was,
you just don't get a phone call anymore.
but there would have been the thing that I've always been a bit confused about the Good Friday Agreement is
The answer is 3,600 people
before
killed in the 30 years before.
and then what since.
Well, tens.
0.0025.
So what we're saying is all the politicians involved, no matter how you got there, done an amazing thing and saved thousands of lives.
Yeah.
But yet, for some reason, it's used as a slant on somebody's character.
Yeah, being able to sit down with somebody you disagree with and saying, let's talk for the sake of
Peace.
peace.
And do you know what else is confused? Do you know what else has confused me on that? There was definitely Protestant Northern Irish MPs all involved in that as well.
Yeah, some of them are in power as well.
Yeah, because I seen a quote of Nicola Sturgeon talking about who was the person that died like in the last few years that was involved in it all.
Mark McGuinness.
Yeah, but in the same, somebody's clipped the quote because the guy's died, so she's talking specifically about him.
Yeah.
But she also mentions the two Northern Irish MPs that were at the table pushing this. Like so, but it's a quote that seems like
David Trimble and Paisley.
Paisley's the other one, yeah. So the quote is looking like
Paisley Senior.
the quote is looking like Nicola Sturgeon is going, look at this former IRA member that's pushed this. Look at this is the kind of person she looks up to, and you go, yeah, but she's also mentioned two Protestant Northern Irish
Look
MPs
at us
as well.
talking about a British election. Just look at us.
It's almost like this is the key factor in people's voting, though.
Aye.
Corbyn's a terrorist, is all I've heard.
Right. Same thing that happened in the Scottish independence referendum. What they've brought this down to is a personality competition rather than policies.
That's how I thought, though.
See the
Not us.
see the socialist policies that Labour are putting through for UK. I quite like them.
Yeah.
Cards on the table. I would like to see Scottish people vote SNP. I like to see English people vote Labour.
Yep.
If there's some Green candidates in there, I would love that too. Lib Dems and the Tories actually want to use your children as batteries. And if you can't see that for the manifestos before the personality politics comes in, but see if it is personality politics, how can you look at the absolute kindly Werther's original in his pocket fucking old nice fella Corbyn and then go, nah, I'd much rather have the cunt who doesn't know how many, or won't admit to how many children he has. I would much rather have that lying toe rag because, you know, can we trust Corbyn?
Aye.
Can we trust Corbyn? The amount of times I've heard that.
The amazing thing as well about when you say about personality politics is every time Joe Swinson opens her mouth, the Liberal Democrats drop another % in the polls. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
I actually jokingly said something to someone going, like, you actually need to stop focusing on her accent as well because it detracts away from how terrible she is as a politician.
She doesn't have one. How come every video released of Joe Swinson meeting the public features the public telling her to shut the fuck up? Joe Swinson met some youth workers today. Hi Joe, we've been working with the youth in our community and why don't you shut the fuck up?
Eastern Bartonshire is going to be tight. That's one of the things I'm really looking forward to. Is Amy Callaghan, the SNP candidate, is actually in Eastern Bartonshire,
Yeah.
talking to people. It looks like it's going to be real.
Does that take in
Close.
Tory Mulgai?
Yeah,
Oh, it's fucking horrible. I can't believe that people are actually going to shoot themselves in the face because they think that they're in a higher social strata.
No, the face would be a quick death though, so it's more shooting yourself in like
or just like you bleed out through the knee.
And almost close to a severe artery. Aye.
The only thing
sepsis. 6 days later, sepsis gets you. Going, but no, I done the right thing because can we really trust Corbyn?
we wouldn't be in this mess if fucking Ed could eat a bacon sandwich properly.
Or if more people had turned out for the first past the post versus proportional
change,
like,
I voted in that.
I didn't know it existed. Like Jenna didn't know anything about it.
See the amount of times over the past 6, 7, 10 years that people, and I realise that's a weird sliding scale there.
That is
6, 7, 10 years. It's very similar to the Fibonacci golden ratio there, but yeah, just right. Okay, let's do our 6, 7 times table, children.
That's what's happening with the frequency of elections.
Aye.
Each one's 1.3 times closer than the last one.
Okay, children, let's do it. 6, 7, 10. No, start the game.
Tories' biggest annoyance: the push of going to get Brexit done. They've been in charge.
That's your biggest annoyance.
I see you going, I will get it done after this one.
No, that not is because it's already been voted on. You've already meant to have done that. You've had to have 2 people step down. One because they called the referendum that didn't go the way before it was. Another one because they literally don't know how to negotiate it. And this one who said he could do it doesn't know how to do it either. So they're now giving people an opportunity to get them out. And what's going to happen again is we're going to spend another 2 years no delivering Brexit. Johnson will have to step down and somebody else will take its place. We'll have to call another general election. And we'll be doing this and we'll be in the EU till we die.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was the thing that ended. That was the meme, wasn't it? That, 500 years from now, we'll be meeting up with the EU to hand over our official request to stay, and no one will remember how it started. That we just know that every year we turn up to request another year.
See if you took Brexit out of this, and you said that this election was just a single issue vote. If you said this was a single issue vote and all the information that you've had as a voter, either put through your door, through whatever biased media, you still cannot hide this. This comes down to a single issue here. Do you want the NHS to continue as a free point of service medical service where you can go and get treated without insurance?
Can we also point out that it's not free?
Right, these 2 seconds. See if you said to people now, going, right, do you want NHS to continue? Yes or no? That's the single issue this election. You would still have sick people in England going, well, NHS isn't really working, is it?
Yeah.
You would still have them going there, well, I've had 3 operations on my heart, I've had cancer treatment free of charge for the last 2 years, but I had to wait 3 hours at one appointment, so it's not really working, is it? So let's see what else is available. You fucking mutants! You fucking mutant! Did you watch? I watched Question Time for the first time in years.
How was that?
From Hull. Hull is the fucking whitest place.
Yeah.
I've ever. And see when they showed the big audience shot, one black guy at the top, and I swear he had a set of keys. He was the fucking janitor. Or the fucking somebody drafted in going, listen, can you just sit at the top middle? Because this looks like the worst white supremacy rally ever. It's mental. Who's the James Cleverly?
Yeah.
James Cleverly was on the panel and he was the only other black guy on the telly. Frightening. And see the amount of them that went, well, we voted for it, we just want you to get it done. What the fuck does that mean? We just want you to get it done. See, when they get it done, you will still have brown neighbours, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, but also when they get it done, we'll have another 10 years of talking about it.
See, when they say get it done, do you know what a proportion of English people hear? You get your pitchforks out, you set a fire, and you take all the brown dogs down to the middle of the town square, and then you throw them all in the pyre, and there'll be no more brown people because we're going to get it done. We're going to take back control, and all you brown people, we're going to get you done. That's what they fucking hear. Get it done. Get rid of brown people. That's what that translates as. Get it done. I don't care if I go bankrupt because I've got fucking really bad dental hygiene and I won't be able to afford, they'll take my house away because of 2 molars. Get it done. I want rid of these brown people immediately. Get it done.
The thing that really stuck out to me...
Phone me when it's done.
You don't have a phone plugged into your landline?
I never will.
You should get it done. One thing that really stuck out to me was the line, the NHS is not up for sale.
It's too late. It's been sold.
But what's interesting...
You can't sell it twice.
What's interesting about it is what it doesn't say. It doesn't say, but what we are going to do is open up access to all these big pharmaceutical companies to rip the piss out it and take millions of profit out it.
No.
So they can say, oh, it's not up for sale and be truthful, but nobody's saying, oh, we want to come in and actually wholesale buy your NHS off you, please. They want to take the profit out it, but leave the cost behind.
Has anyone ever heard a board say about an in trouble manager at a football club?
Oh, he's got the full back.
Oh, he's got the full back in the board. Oh no, we're not looking to get the new manager in. No, we're not looking. He's gone. It's the next chance they get, he's gone.
Aye.
And we're not selling it. This government, yes, but this government isn't elected yet, so you can say this government is not selling the NHS, but you will then elect a new set of government and go, wasn't the plan at the time.
See, as soon as they say about a manager, he's got the full back of the board, that's where you start going.
Jake Rogers will take it.
Where's that travel plug? Where's that travel plug?
Because I love the way that they went, we're not believing Boris Johnson enough. What we need to do is we need to try and get Trump on video saying that he's not interested in it. And he said we wouldn't take it if you gave it on a golden platter. That's not how you give the NHS over anyway.
Yeah, we'll take it in paperwork.
Can't just sit on.
There'll be a series of negotiations and a contract. It's not like a Ferrero Rocher.
Aye, that's what made me think. Does he know what it is?
Aye. But even see you can tell that Trump's lying. You can tell that Johnson's lying.
Mostly because Farage has went into hiding.
Oh, he has went quiet.
Yeah.
Even to the point where his own party are going, are we standing in this election?
And then he took all the £300 off of the fucking mad race. He's gone, I'd like to stand for Nigel. I'd like to stand. I'd like to stand. Once again, the voting English public are going to vote to fuck themselves and, unfortunately, my family.
Do you know what's brutal though? See, because I'm guilty of people doing this, but I know that I can tell I've done it by my Twitter and by how the election's going to go. Is I'm in an echo chamber of type of people I follow and talk to, because all I see, because basically anyone in England I follow is through Carteeners or Arsenal, and they all are Labour, every one of them posting Labour. But if Tories are getting in, I'm going, I just follow people who have probably similar ideas.
That's another way people should be voting. Going artistically, who are the Tories putting forward? Going, who have you got there? Andrew Lloyd Webber?
John Barrowman, probably.
Barrowman's been notorious.
Scottish Labour.
How did he get let back in fucking to do a show at the Hydro so close to election time? Has he been forgiven for that fucking video?
Yeah.
He was here last week.
The news cycle moves so quickly. Like, see this time last week.
I'll never forget that John Barrowman video.
Hey, you forgot about Gibbo and Ricey. The fucking Queen died last week and that's all under the carpet already. I says to Gary, that was just last week.
I've not seen her.
No, she done that whole weekend at Betty's photograph.
I've not seen her.
Was it NATO or the UN?
Which one where all the world leaders are propping her up?
Aye, holding her up.
You telling me the most regal woman in the world doesn't have a stunt double? There isn't some 90-year-old woman just getting carted that looks like the Queen?
No, that's true.
That's the first thing I'd do.
Why do you think Olivia Colman's doing this audition on Netflix right
now? So your constituency, which is Cumbernauld
and
Kilsyth, is very much predicted to increase Labour majority.
That's wild, I know. Is
what?
Increase SNP majority.
Yeah, I told you this. I'm very aware of the people around me.
Can I guess mine?
Yes.
Sinn Féin.
Unfortunately not for you, Chris.
Is yours not the BRE?
Aye, the Blantyre Rebel element.
Rutherglen and Hamilton West, much to the chagrin of the Protestants in the region, is a SNP gain from Scottish Labour.
Good. Margaret Ferrier,
Yep.
I believe that'll be over Jed Killen.
And Western
Imagine seeing him going to stand, going, will we put your full name, Jared? And he was going, no, Jed.
Jed, I know.
Jed.
That's why he doesn't want 16-year-olds to vote.
And standing for the Liberal Democrats in Falkirk, Shug McDermott. Just once call yourself Hugh.
And then Western Bartonshire is
Jed.
predicted to hold SNP, but there's a lot of idiots that are voting for fucking Scottish Labour.
See, to be honest though, it's a machine that's worked for years, and it works in almost every country in the world for elections, as two mainstream media pushing something on people that they believe.
Yep.
It's not, saying people are idiots. They literally are following the same trap that everywhere in the world does, is because they've got a major publication or two that say, don't forget Corbyn's a terrorist, or don't forget all the anti-Semitic stuff in Labour, you can't vote Labour. In England, you've really only got the other choice. That's the way it's sold to you. And I mean, that is the Green Party's fault, because they don't run everywhere, because they say they can't afford it, even though they're all backed by fucking middle class people with decent money.
The thing I don't
Who
understand
would
about
like things to be better. Like things to be better.
the thing I don't understand about Labour voters in Scotland is, fair enough to say, oh, I believe in Corbyn and I think all the things he's trying to do are good, but the party you're voting for are dead set against him and want rid of him at the quickest opportunity.
Yeah.
Because he keeps undermining Richard Leonard.
How hard is it to get a nice candidate for your party, though? See, even the Tories. Do you not think there's like some nice young guy who's got a successful bit that they could pull in?
Do you know who was going to be it for Labour? Was Chuka Amuna. And I think he did the whole cult of personality thing, because he didn't get where he wanted quick enough. He just started bouncing about parties going, right, who's going to promote me, rather than how best I promote a party manifesto.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3-4 years ago, Chuka Amuna was going, do you know what, he's going to be the bright young thing of UK politics, but he's just been too vain. And how many parties has he been in this year? 3?
3.
So
Labour, the independent group, stroke.
who had a couple of names, and then he found a home at the Lib Dems.
Yeah. Well, they were the only ones that would take him in.
Yeah, they deal with the Foreign Legion, aren't they? French Foreign Legion, MD that didn't want you, we will take you in.
It's all fucked.
It's a horrible situation.
It's the same thing though. People will it'll be the celebration. Like Scotland will be massively SNP. Yeah, there'll still be people celebrating that the Tories win the election, whilst they live in a country that they clearly don't agree with the majority. But that's the thing I don't get. Like, you're constantly surrounded by people. I don't like calling people idiots. I think we did that before, calling people sick and that, because they're just doomed. See, a lot of these people...
See, after we called them thick, they remain thick. Like, they're still thick.
I know. But it's like really hard, because you're like going, well, I'm never going to get... But I've tried to have like measured conversations with mates that I know that won't vote, and I'm going, like, why are you voting... Sorry, the vote Tory? But why are you voting Tory? Like, can you explain to me why you're voting? If you can give me 2 or 3 good reasons, I'll back off. There's never one.
No.
It's always what the other party's for, or who they're against.
It's a certain aspect of it must be, I think, aspirational voting. Is they're voting the way they want to earn.
In the next 5 years, I'll probably be earning a lot. So
if I was earning £100,000, I would vote Tory. So I'll just vote Tory now and hope that I get there, so they won't take my tax off me. It's so short-sighted.
Plus the Queen.
Don't forget Betty.
Plus the Queen.
Why does anyone actually care? Like, I don't care enough. We joke about this. I don't care enough for anything to actually happen to her, but I care so little that I don't care. Like, see the people celebrating when they thought she was dead, and then people get mental that people were celebrating that she was dead. They're going, why do either side of you really actually care?
I put it into see when people were saying, "Oh well, if she is dead, if this isn't, if people haven't seen it, there was a WhatsApp chat done the rounds saying that the Queen had died at 9:30 last Sunday morning, and the news would be released on the Monday." So Twitter essentially showed up that people just really, really wanted the Monday off. Like, no aware of how the process would work. Like, the country going to, I think it was 12 or 13 days of mourning, and then you maybe got a day off for the funeral, and then maybe the following day, because she's had the job for fucking ages. But a couple of the WhatsApp groups I'm in, I says, I'm not taking the day off. I'll be there. I'll be working a double shift that day. To show the least amount of respect.
Imagine doing that in any profession, going into your work, going, aye, the wee old woman that lived in my street for years that I don't really talk to died, so I need a couple of days off.
I bet you were having to give it
Like it'd be
quite
more-
a high percentage of your
Your
wage
wage
to
to
each year. Oh, mind that wee woman down the end of the road with 13 wains who at least 16% of them were pedos. Oh, the ones that you were giving money to? Aye. The ones that you always gave money to and I gave money to? Aye. Was she dead? Well, how many days after we get? One, maybe two. I wonder where Gibbo and Ricey are now. Probably at the bottom of a fucking lake somewhere there.
I think the other thing, see the Tories, see how bad they are at relaying information. It's really painful.
Are they bad or are they intentionally?
Right, what's to gain from so take the nurses announcement that everyone knows about. What was to gain? Is that your fucking vibrating phone, Gary?
No.
Yours, Conroy?
It's mine's in my pocket.
It's Gary's, it's fine. What's to gain from misrepresenting the nurses' numbers?
Gary's bot farm.
See the 50,000 extra nurses.
Yeah.
What's to gain from one, even including within your own figures, that it's 14,000 nurses are already there.
19,000.
Remove that.
And the rest they were going to convince not to chuck it.
Yeah.
There's currently, 43 or 48,000 vacancies for nurses in the NHS today,
Yeah. So what they're going to do is fill the vacancies.
with the people that are already there and
Yep.
ask them not to leave.
Yeah.
But right, so say it was an extra genuinely new 15,000 nurses.
Uh-huh.
Why not make that your statement?
Because they know that Labour will
Because
come
they're,
out and
they're
say,
not going to do that.
we'll announce 30,000.
Right. So there's my next thing is, see some of these policies, they should go on the voting card.
Yes.
And see if you vote, because what might happen is Labour might have a policy that you
Right,
vote
I
for,
think-
but the Tories get in, and then the Tories have to actually fulfil a mandate that was voted for.
I think Labour have been very honest with their manifesto and put it out in plenty of time, and a lot of the stuff I'm on board with. But I couldn't tell you one policy coming for the Tories, apart from get Brexit done, 50,000 nurses that are now real. They put 21,000 police out of business, and now they're going to commit to bringing 20,000 back, so they're still net minus 1,000 police. Do you know, there isn't one policy there that says we're going to get young people through college, we're going to get young people working. They've never built the council houses that they said that they were going to build 5 years ago.
But what's really insane is that the Tories are still going on about how, oh, well, Labour left us in this financial mess.
My boss hadn't dropped the last time Labour were in. Look at me, I've got a full beard now.
But nobody's went, oh, but you've increased the national debt.
By you've trebled it.
Yeah. And Labour had to bail out a full country.
Yeah. So
Where does that money went? Boris.
What was
I
the...
think he should be using his real name and all. Like, nobody is going to vote for the future. Are they?
Do you think people actually understand how the budget money comes in?
No.
Where it comes from?
No.
Because that's the thing. See, when I hear them clearing the debt, I go, no, but that, you need to, see when they always say to Surgeon, you're going to need to borrow money for the budget if Scotland become independent. And I'm going, that's what we do every year.
every country in the world.
Every
does it.
country in the world goes to the private bankers who are unnamed, takes all their money, and they go, by the way, that's like 180% interest.
That's fine. Inflation will rise
cool.
by then.
Yeah, cool. We've got 180% inflation. It was like someday, it's the very basic of the American model is you borrow $1 to run your house, you need to pay back $2. If there's only $1 in existence, how the fuck do you ever pay back the $2? How do you actually pay it back? You need to have somebody who's willing to print it, or you need to lend more money, borrow more money every year. You never fucking pay off your debt by going to private banks. You just can't do it.
Mhm.
But Sturgeon, you're going to have to borrow. Yeah.
Go on, name check the Rothschilds. Go on, name check them.
But yet he's still
Let's
not
turn
going
this into a YouTube video.
What's your plan for Thursday? Is it to not vote?
Nah, I'll vote SNP.
Hey, we turned him round.
Don't be triumphalist about it. Go. I'm really glad about that, John. That's a.
I mean,
yeah, we told you. Don't fucking do that, Gary.
See, my issue is we are in a personality contest, and I do think that if there is a independence drive, unfortunately, I do think the wrong person's at the seat to get it through.
Who, Sturgeon?
I think she's too much like I watch her.
No, but see if Sturgeon had been in charge instead of Salmond, I think it would maybe have got over the line. But because she's had 4 or 5 years of constant media. What about this? What about that? What about this? It's the familiarity thing. But how can we have been so familiar with Boris Johnson and Tories over these years, and all the stuff that comes out?
I know.
See the stuff that's levelled at Sturgeon. I think it's fair. Like, see the going, well, you've not met that target with education, you've not met that target with the health service. That's fair.
Well,
but see the stuff that gets levelled at Gove, at Johnson, at Rees-Mogg, all that stuff, and it just never sticks.
I think I fucking lost this was on the Andrew Neil thing. The aim for the NHS is 95% A&E visitors seen within 4 hours. Scotland's is at 98.4.
Mm-hmm.
England's is at 74.3. Mm-hmm. So see this idea that Andrew Neil's telling the NHS in Scotland that Nicola Sturgeon has failed them.
Aye, it's 2%.
She's 16-17% better off than the rest of the UK. So that's not a problem. See if you take Glasgow and Edinburgh out, it's over 95% everywhere. It's in the major cities that we have, 2 major cities, which is the problem England do have, because of it, London, Manchester, Liverpool, they've got big fucking congregated areas. But surely that's just an acceptance. If you allow London to become a place where there's fucking 23 million people living.
But if you go into A&E in London, how many brown people are before you in the queue? Get Brexit done.
There's also
oh no, it's a Sri Lankan consultant that I'm seeing. Oh no, I'm so conflicted.
There's also the thing as well of a target's a target.
Yeah.
If you meet it, were you setting it high enough?
Yeah. If they'd said 90%, which see if you consider all the things that can happen in A&E.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody came in from football with a broken toe. The amount of times I've not went up because I've been going, I fucking broke my toe at football. I know what's happened. I also know all I need to do is tape it to the other one.
And John Walker also knows I've got 9 other toes.
But there's been other situations where I think I've fucking snapped my ankle and I've been like, right, I need to actually go to this check.
This is immediate.
Because I might need surgery in this. Mm. But at the same time, I don't think I've ever waited 4 hours. No. And I am not really an accident or an emergency. It's something I've chose to do a physical activity on and something stupid's happened to me.
Aye, but see if you're sitting there with a snapped ankle, see if 3 guys come in with heart attacks at the back of you,
yeah, I'm not,
go, do you know what, they're in front of me.
Aye.
It's a priority listing.
Unless it's at blazing people that come in that they've been in fights, you're like, fuck it, I know his eyes hanging out, but there's no way he's going in front of me.
Aye.
That was his own fault.
You want it to be like a ticketing system?
Well,
for a number?
It pretty much is like that.
Yeah, I mean, they do actually do their best to try and see people in the order. But that's always been the thing that bugs me is people do watch the people that have come in and went that. They were in after me and they were in before, and you go, aye, did you see the 5-year-old kid that was pale, shaking? That is more important, because I'm sat here and I'm still on my phone.
What was the what was we're stuttering pricks tonight, aren't we? Dedicate this one to Scroobius Pip. What was the oh fuck, I had it in my head there. Oh, Gary, I'm going to have to make you take a gap here.
No.
Oh.
It's alright. Once we figure it out. All I was going to say was, on the other thing with education, reading and literacy's still as good as it was. It's maths and science, and I do think there is a problem that people just have lost interest.
I'll be honest, I think my Ruby's going to fucking bring the average up for everybody. She's absolutely nailing it. See the stuff my two do in school?
My child.
See the stuff my two do in school? They try the fucking hardest, the teachers. Obviously, they could do with more resources, but you see to constantly be sort of doing the system down rather than the funding. Like, we have spent a lot more money in defence than we should have, and a lot less in hospitals and schools. We haven't been in a fucking proper war for fucking ages.
But see, even that being said, my nephew Mason, who's in primary one, had his parents' night, and my sister got told that he might need help with his maths. And I went, at 5? Like, what is the problem? He can go count me out money. He can
play darts.
I can literally go like that to him. Go get me 20 Nerf gun bullets and bring them up.
Aye.
He'll bring me 20 up. I'm going, is it maybe just he finds it fucking boring because he's 5 years old learning maths? Like, he can count to 100 at 5. I was like, what? Right, what more at this point does he need? He can
You
add up.
calculate good odds.
He can add up. Wait, he's going to be in the betting podcast.
Is this the PISA figures that were released last week?
Yes.
Yeah.
That we're dropping below the average.
But when you looked at it in a world sense, we were still where.
Oh, in the world sense, yeah, but
we're doing all right.
Around our Western Europe, we're one of the lowest in maths and science.
That's because we're the thickest.
Yeah, like who was the last inventor from Scotland? Like, we invented loads hundreds of years ago.
We're resting on our laurels.
Yeah, we've got lazy.
Are we going to say Dolly the sheep was the last scientific?
And even then, we didn't really follow it through.
Aye.
We should have a clone of the Queen, so it doesn't matter if she dies.
Well,
Imagine like a queen, like a baby Yoda.
I've not seen Mandalorian yet, so don't.
A wee
ruin it
queen.
for me.
is that how they say that? I've never heard them to say it out loud yet.
What, the Mandalorian?
Mandalorian. Have you watched it? Did you fucking give Disney the £6?
Yeah, of course I did.
Gary nodded his head for the tape.
It's not out in the UK till next year.
Is it not? I thought you got it as a streaming Disney.
Yeah, you do.
service.
But the service isn't available in the UK.
Is it not?
Can we categorically get a figure on what we actually get to spend as part of our budget based on the percentage that we should get?
Yeah, Ian Blackford's been talking about it for a couple of weeks.
Sorry.
So the percentage,
again.
right? Just in a utopian, independent Scotland, what we would get per capita if the money was shared around equally between all the nations within the UK. Is there an actual percentage that we say we would be contributing 96% to pay off, but we're only getting 90% back?
So what's the Scottish contribution?
Yes.
It's to do with the UK deficit versus the percentage that you pay off.
Yeah, because that was one of the questions I seen somebody get pulled up for, was that Scotland would owe 7% of
7%,
deficit,
yeah.
and it's free to get in. You go, yeah, but that's based on a crippling UK government.
UK figure that they say, you'd do 7.
Yeah, hi.
But there's
I mean,
there's areas of Scotland that cost a lot more to run because of the geography. But see, to be honest, I'm at a stage I'm quite willing to take a chance. And I think when we legalise or decriminalise a lot of drugs as well, we will become, I think I see us as a education supplier, a drugs haven, a place where people can come and seek refuge for all the proper reasons.
Well, I thought for ages. See on the medical side. See, we're saying that we haven't invented
that was fact checked by Channel 4 News when Blackford said it last week, and said that per head, Scotland contributes more than the rest of the UK. But the problem that they found with that figure is that they hadn't updated any figures since 2013, when they last needed them for the independence referendum.
Because I think we talked about this before. Scotland needs to become a hub for something, and
managerial excellence.
Yeah, centres of excellence and stuff, like shared service centre, like things that were actually
good at
project management,
send a lot of people abroad as well.
But the other one I was thinking about was actual medical. So talk about decriminalisation, but also talk about investing in what treatments there are for cancer using cannabis, cannabinoids, CBD, whatever it is, just through the inflammation parts.
Fucking
to keep people
America would go off its fucking head if it realised we were doing that.
But anyone who watches UFC, or sorry, I'm going to do it again, listens to Joe Rogan. Do you know the amount of people that are in UFC fighters that are legally going to Panama to get stem cell injections on injuries that would take 6 to 9 months to recover from, and they're fighting within 2-3 months?
Right.
But
so a UFC hub of managerial excellence, that's the way you see it.
Well, I would think stem cell research, you could be using it for footballers, rugby players, any sort of profession, and you have them
toes.
You have them coming from Europe, paying good money, because it would need to be private because it is a massive centre, and coming here, and then we would be ahead of everything in all the findings in stem cell research. But the problem is, for all we're not a massively religious country on the whole, like the way America are, we're still a religious country, and people will not pass stem cell laws because religious mentalists believe that we would be having babies just for the stem cells, because they don't understand that up to the age of 24 you can still have your stem cells used for injections to people, because your cells are still growing and that's all it's needed. Obviously, taking it from a younger source is better. But no, I think you're in the decline. That's why you'll start getting injuries and getting sore. But the point someone made was bone marrow. That's a stem cell injection. So it is legal when you want to. But what you're saying is, maybe no legal.
But stuff like the Anthony Wallin Trust.
But UFC are spending tens of thousands sending their athletes there to get this done.
Tens of thousands?
They could be sending them to Scotland for less.
And then maybe they'd fall in love with the country, they'd start drinking whiskey,
Yeah.
playing golf, eating shortbread, iron brew.
Well, we have UFC fighters and MMA fighters in Scotland that are very successful just now as well. So it's just, I think there could be a sport hub for sign. How many times did you hear?
How many times did you hear
knee
Gary
in-
going for that packet of
I know.
sweets?
In the 90s, footballers, knee injuries, all went to the one fucking doctor.
Was it Richard Freeman?
No,
he's-
Stein.
Stein. Oh, we were talking about
But
this.
it was the one doctor that done
Free-
all their surgeries, and you're like, why don't we have something that everyone goes, he's got to go to Scotland to get that stem cell injection? Oh, cool, what are they doing? And it's like a massive industry then, and we're actually doing something.
The estimated GDP of the Scottish economy is £180 billion a year,
Right.
which is about 10% of the UK's.
Okay.
Okay. So we're putting in 10%.
Yep.
Responsible for 7% of the debt.
Yep.
I hope they enjoy it.
Fuck. Okay.
Do you know what? See, getting drowned in the figures and all that, I just want to be away for the cunts.
No, but that,
Do you know what? You can fling every figure.
no. But see, even ignoring I know I asked for a specific figure, but that for me should be the simplest point on any independence or SNP vote is, do we currently contribute more money out of Scotland than we get back to use? Yes or no?
But no one will agree if that's a yes or no answer.
Well, what we'll do is, see, instead of putting our tax in, we'll count all our money up.
Aye. Much you got.
But once you go, we'll get it all together.
Maybe don't count
We'll start
mine.
a GoFundMe and insist you only can put in your tax, and then we go and we wait for that check to come back. Because I'm assuming it's a check they send for the
Can we get a big
Westminster.
check?
No, that's only for promotion stuff. They want
Oh.
us, and we'll see what the price is they send back for us to spend in the budget, and we'll go, no, we gave you more. You owe us about fucking another
Right,
half a
right.
billion.
Let's narrow this down because we need to wrap this up because
Because the election will be done.
there's a lot of people fucking get bored out their tits when we're talking about this stuff. Right, Gary,
Yes.
I'm just going to ask the two of you, what is your opinion of Caroline Lucas? Could she run the country, leader of the Green Party?
No.
Why?
She's got, as our party, has some good thoughts and good ideas. I wouldn't want to see her solely responsible for implementing absolutely everything.
But she seems so nice.
That's nice has got nothing
Right,
to do
okay.
with it.
Joe Swinson.
No.
She's a
I'll
lovely
tell
individual who's not good at politics.
as a avid Green supporter,
Mhm.
they cannot run the country until they have a fucking belief structure that they can run in every seat available.
Right, okay.
If they're going to choose to,
So they're not big enough.
if they're picking and choosing where they run, no, you can't run the fucking country.
But the Greens and the Scottish Greens are different, are very different.
I know, but even the Scottish Greens are the same. The Greens won't run in certain areas they know they don't have a stronghold. But you go, if
It
you
almost
don't
seems
even
like the only
engage,
place they're not running is in your seat.
well, I know that's the case. I know.
It's almost like a
Scot-
personal.
Oh, we're running the local ones. Oh, fucking don't.
Scotland does have many shades of green. Joe Swinson.
No.
No, the X Factor candidate. Who else we got? Who about this guy Richard Tice and Pat Mountain of the Brexit Party? Have you seen these two roasters?
No.
Oh, they're just amazing.
That's the one time we probably should praise.
What
There's
the-
been no, as far as I'm aware, there's been no coverage for them.
Richard
I've missed
Tice.
loads.
Richard Tice was on Question Time last week, and Pat Mountain. You need to see Pat Mountain, mate. She's like a mixture, and she's like the mum out of Gavin and Stacey.
Right, okay.
She has no grasp of what the figures are. She just wants immigration under control immediately. Right, so we're saying no to the Brexit Party. Who we left with? Right, Corbyn. Would you vote for Corbyn in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Corbyn as Prime Minister?
Yeah, I'd vote, man.
But there's a problem in Scotland, a very big problem, in that the Scottish Labour Party are mental.
See if Richard Leonard was standing in front of me buying his rolls, I'd struggle to go, it's definitely you. Is that you? Or, nah, I'm not sure if it's you.
And if it is you, why are you selling rolls?
No, he's in front
buying
of me in the
rolls.
queue. Aye. And he gets soft ones. When they get well fired or crusty,
Mate.
he gets soft rolls.
Mate, we're not getting into that debate. A soft roll's exactly what you should get. I like my teeth.
Well, I'm sorry, this is only coming out in the 45th minute. It's-
Crispy rolls, mate.
West Coast man does not like Morton rolls. Scandal.
Oh, I like them when they're really soft and floury.
No, not flowery, just soft.
Boris Alexander de Pfeffer Johnson.
I mean, he's going to be a Prime Minister, remember?
I wouldn't let him do a window cleaning run. The theft, the lies that he would tell you he was there and done it last Thursday.
What?
And he'd come to collect the money on Tuesday, and you know he hasn't done them.
Why does running for government not have the same legislation as trying to get a normal job?
He's been sacked for too many. He's been sacked for jobs.
Yeah, but if I was
For dishonesty.
But it's the same reason as political advertising doesn't have the same law as any other type of advertising.
Yeah, see the lying thing. Being sacked for lying almost makes it sound playful. For anyone who's been sacked from a job or heard people, that is gross misconduct, which is the worst thing you can be sacked for, which would then stop you from working in that industry for a few years again. But you can be a politician and run the country with everyone. You cannot go into a business where you could work with a business's money, but you can have everyone's money to deal with.
See, he has references. He wouldn't have got a job in a school.
We didn't get a job in my work.
Do you know what I mean? He's... See, when you're running a country and it's going, well, we can't get him to do anything else. Why don't we just get him to run the country? So, you're going for Corbyn as Prime Minister?
I don't think it's going to happen. Because too many people think they're going to be rich.
Me, I don't even think it is that. It's getting Brexit done.
We voted. Why don't you just get it done?
Do either of you think there's going to be
Do you know what they should do?
Welcome to Hull.
See, for an amazing PR stunt, see the next cunt that says that at one of these question times, what they should do is go like, we're going to pay you 4 weeks' wages to come with us and just listen to how difficult this whole thing is.
Is there any chance that we could be involved in the biggest version of the movie Trading Places? Like, this is some kind of bet between Putin and who would you have? The devil. And the devil has said to Putin, you can't do it. He's like, I've done America. It's like, you can't do Europe. I'll do Europe.
Chris, as the person who nailed exactly the Brexit result, do you think there'd be a hung parliament? What's your prediction for Friday morning?
What figure does that need to be? What is the...
You're saying it's 40 plus seats in the polls, isn't it?
260.
So it's just a
One,
race to that and it's done?
Yeah.
But they're sitting at the now.
225.
And what is the deal? So if they don't get a majority, they need to buddy up with someone again?
Yeah.
It's got to be Swanson.
Well, it's funny that because
Providing
Swanson
she gets enough
hasn't...
seats.
The only thing she hasn't done is rule out a coalition with the Tories.
Yeah, she'd ruled it out with Labour, though.
She apologised for the last one and said that she specifically would rule out any deal with Labour or the SNP, and then stopped short of saying, and we'll no back them either. But they're going to lose seats as well, so, you know, including her own.
It's just a Tory win. It's a Tory win and no more.
Yeah.
Yep. And see this idea of people voting tactically? Just don't vote Tory. But see, I was talking about it's 3 fucking Scottish boys sitting in the west of Scotland. Honestly, our opinion and votes do not matter a fuck, because everything that's going to happen is going to be decided south of here.
Yep.
So as a Scottish voter, I'm going to go, well, can I send a message with mine saying I quite like Indy Ref 2? That's exactly what I'm going to do. When it comes to Indy Ref 2, I'm going to vote yes for independence, and then see after that, if it does go independent, does that mean I'm going to stick with the SNP? It's a tool and a means to an end. I think we need to rid ourselves of Westminster so quickly that it's...
But what money are you going to use?
They're taking like fucking 6 years to fix Big Ben. How are they meant to fix this fucking country? In a 4-year term?
Any other normal country would have just built a new
Aye.
parliament in the Midlands and left that open as a tourist site.
Aye.
We're fucked. That's the overall message. After 50 minutes, as you knew, we're fucked.
Do you know what? And see if it's any type of victory for Boris Johnson, it's going to be held in a triumphant Triumph. It's going to be. They're going to be bad winners.
Oh, we could be out of the EU without a deal next Monday if they got enough votes.
Gary, I'm going to smash your phone, by the way.
It's not my phone. It's fake news.
Yeah, that one's mine. That's it.
Fucking nightmares, honestly.
So, let's see who it is.
I'm voting Tory now, just because of you two with your fucking vibrating phones.
Mate, you'll not need to worry. We'll not have phones for much longer.
Just
We'll
get
have
vibrating
phones.
done.
Honestly, we'll
How many seats are the SNP getting? 59?
43.
Is that all? Do you really not think there'll be a gain? Like a massive gain?
That is a gain. That's a gain of
3, 4?
8 seats.
Oh, right, okay. How did they lose so many?
Because the way the first past the post system works is shit.
Aye.
So the thing was they did so well previously that they couldn't have done any better.
everything was going to be a loss.
Everything
after
was
that.
a loss. So even though it seems low, it's still historically.
But when they got those that exceptionally high number of seats, it was a backlash to the no result in the referendum.
Yeah.
And the only thing that caused that was people getting out and voting. So the more people that vote, the better it'll be. And the weathers look like it's going to be shit. So that'll hopefully tip a few things in the left's favour.
If the weather's shit, will hopefully keep some Tories in.
Oh, the left's are fucking saft. Oh, I'm not going to have got a cold. I know because I'm left.
But conveniently, quite a lot of them live in the street.
Just think of the poor dogs outside polling stations this time. They're not going to be soaking.
It's a shame.
It's going to be a narrow Johnson one,
Mm-hmm.
which is absolutely mind-boggling.
It'll be like when everybody said, how have they voted Trump? They're fucking idiots.
Remember how we laughed?
We've done 4 of them since, so.
Yeah.
So the UK, at its heart, is a fucking shitey wee racist country. And that's what it comes down to.
So I hope you've enjoyed the election special. I hope you enjoy voting on Thursday or watching the UK vote.
Have I been a wee bit downbeat about that?
No, it's all been accurate.
That was the you pitched
You've
it perfectly.
basically captured
Aye.
the mood of the UK.
Just depressed people who have read books in the past.
Yeah, if you're one of our American
Let's see if you
listeners,
feel the need to fucking
enjoy.
tweet me or the podcast about how Muslims are fucking running the show. Get to fuck.
Do we have Canadian listeners as well? Trudeau's not that good.
Two-faced.
Just trying to make myself feel better.
If you-
Venezuela's
if
no a
you-
haven,
if-
Ecuador's no perfect.
If you think the fucking brown people are ruining this country, away and take a fuck to yourself.
Unless you mean Gordon Brown, who once ran the country for a bit, then you're right.
Sold all the gold. Maybe Scottish people shouldn't be in charge.
We'll be back for a normal episode later in the week. Bye.